afternoon, everybody. So I'm assuming you already know, but my name is Christopher. My friends call me CJ. I currently reside in Red Deer, but I plan on coming back to Calgary for school in the fall. I'm going to SAIT. I will be taking the Computer Information Technology program, which I'm really excited about. I have only 10 minutes to tell you a story that has taken 21 years to make. While shrinking this story down, I have been constantly critiquing myself, holding myself back, stressing myself out, and being worried that I may sound like I'm ranting about myself. I realized the irony on Wednesday, and thanks to Pamela, I finished my story, which I'm here to tell you now today. For the past 2 years, I've been making some positive changes, and I think that's why I'm standing here today. I've been working on who I am and who I want to become, and at the same time, climbing the walls of the infamous hole we all at some point seem to dig ourselves. Through Bridges, I got the chance to take a huge leap in understanding who I am. I spoke with two distinct elders, one of which was Randy Bottle, who spoke earlier today. I can honestly say that some of the main questions I've had about my life were answered through their stories. It takes knowledge from experience to form a better understanding of how to look at the issues of today. I strongly suggest that the youth of today speak with their elders and ask for their guidance. It truly helps strengthen your understanding of who you are and who you want to become. Casey Eagle Speaker was one of the elders I interviewed as well. He said to me that his standard to life is to be a decent human being. I'm proud to say that I've been trying very hard at approaching that title of being a decent human being. Honestly, I don't know if I've gotten there yet, but I will. So the first step, I think, and I think Casey would agree, would be to work on myself, to become a good person. I believe 100% that the only thing holding me back from being a good person 2 years ago was myself. So the greatest problems I have faced within these past 2 years were directly correlated to me. I was the reason I was unhappy before, always thinking with a glass half full attitude. And I would hang out with the wrong kind of people. I would use and abuse the people around me who loved me, who trusted me. And I didn't keep the positive people around. I may not be a vampire, but I sure felt like one, drinking every night and barely paying my bills. So much wasted potential, the same kind of potential I see in the youth of today. I can't say I was proud of myself, and if anyone actually knew what I was thinking back then, I just wasn't nice. So I had to change. And like most people, we're afraid of change. I found that I was missing something. And I found it in the people around me who hadn't given up hope. They showed me how to have hope. I have it now, and hope kind of seems silly nowadays. It seems to me that this society has made it a word that we can just throw around. It's not taken seriously. I try to maintain my hope with a positive attitude and a goal in mind. My goal is to be happy, which the past has shown is easier said than done. What I know would make me happy is to become a director. I want to use my movies to display positive reinforcement for change. And I'm a control freak, so directing makes sense. Plus, my imagination is endless. It's almost a burden. Okay, so I had a plan, and now I had to work towards these goals. Recently, I asked an elder for guidance on the matter of moving forward and about working on myself. He said that our past is nothing more than a memory to help remind us of how to deal with this moment right now. And by learning from our past, we may feel hope for which has yet to come, tomorrow. So I guess in a way, telling you all this story, it's my way of self-reflecting. And I want to thank you right now for taking this time to listen to me. I'm normally not comfortable talking about myself, but from what everyone else has said, no one is, so we're all in this together, I guess. And I think we all need to take steps like these. 2 years ago, I gave up all hope. I took 2 specific kind of pills to complete one job. At the time, I thought I was at the end of my journey. I had come to a conclusion that nothing would ever look up for me. I was so down on myself, and I let it affect the people around me. 1 second. I was living on my own and under a lot of stress. I had been on my own since I was 12, moving around the country, living with different family members, and sometimes often by myself. It's not really a nice feeling to be at that age. At that time, 2 years ago, I was living in a place by myself again, at the age of 19, and faced with the idea that I was being kicked out once again. On top of that, I was in a pendulum I called my relationship. Constant betrayal from both sides. It was unhealthy. I also had insomnia, depression, and they allowed me to procure the pills I needed. I can't give up hope again because I don't want anyone else to have to go through what I did. I regret that moment in my life only because no one should feel a need to commit suicide. I was angry and I was hurt. I'd been betrayed by my best friend and my girlfriend. He was one of my best friends, and of course at that age, I thought I loved this girl. I thought that if someone was able to hurt me, and then I guess in a sense blame me for it, I really couldn't have been that great of a person. So I sent my friend a text. I called him a name. I called him a bad name. And then I threatened him. Unfortunately, but fortunately, he went to the police. That happened to show up at my door at 2 a.m. in the morning. And as my roommate tried to wake me up, but couldn't, I happened to live on 3rd Street in Medicine Hat. Now, if you know anything about Medicine Hat and 3rd Street, it is very near to the hospital. If it weren't for that text, I would have wasted a lot of potential. When I woke up in the hospital, I saw all the people around me who still had hope. And I had hurt them. I do the things I do today for 2 reasons. To make those people who never gave up hope a reason to be proud of me. Sorry if I lost it. And to help others not have to get to that point in their life. To empower them, to enlighten them, teach them, and hopefully affect them to be a catalyst for change. This may seem kind of pig-headed after telling this story, but I am aware that there are others that figured this out before me, but I'm so happy I have realized what makes me happy at this age. I have so much passion, and I want my passion to be a catalyst for change. So I guess the question is, what have I learned in the past 2 years? Well, I have recognized that an entire culture of people is slowly being lost. A culture that is being that I believe is defined by so many positive ideals. And within that culture, a group of people that are not being treated with the proper respect that they deserve. I have realized that if I want to be something great, it is entirely up to me and my frame of mind. No more negativity and no more hurting others. It only gave me another reason to hate myself. I've also figured out that before I can live by any title, be that a youth, a man, a director, or a jerk, I'm a human being. And I have no reason to fuel a divide between human beings. We all share that same title. I guess what I want for others is to have a hunger to learn and to thrive. And I hope what I've said made sense. But I also thank you for listening and letting me cry a little bit. I'm humbled to be here, and I really want to thank Bridges, and especially Pam. Pam has been great. Pam is awesome, guys. Pam. This is but one step on my journey to help those around me, and I'm proud to say I'm taking those steps with the youth presenting today. There's so much hope still left in the world, and I hate waking up in the morning seeing it wasted. I won't give up if you won't. Thank you, guys.
So I just want to take this opportunity to thank CJ. You are awesomeness. I have been so blessed to have met you through our mutual friend, YN. And every day and every time we've spoken on the phone, I have felt so lucky to have a friend like CJ, because you have taught me so much about the world, about myself, and about what it means to be a friend. What you did here today has inspired me, and I really hope it's inspired all of you guys in the audience today. And all I want is for you to keep going, because you have a gift and you have so much to share with the youth, and not just the youth, but everyone. CJ did a courageous thing, and he reached out to a lot of people in his quest for speaking to you today. He reached out to youth, he reached out to friends, he reached out to elders, and it shows me and it shows us how much we can accomplish just by reaching out and say, hey, can I ask you a couple of questions? So Thank you, CJ, for everything.